Hello, welcome to my channel. I am in a kitchen today making some African food. I am making a dish called pondu or sombe for the Swahili speakers. In English, cassava leaves. I have so many different ingredients to put together, but I try to make it as simple as possible. So, before everything, I prep my stuff. Right now, I'm cutting some eggplant, or in Swahili nyanya, and I usually cut this, and I'll cut some squash, coyote squash, and I'll um, wash them, and then I'll start my dish like that. You can put in this dish, you can put anything you want to put, but the main things is the cassava leaves, and then you can add the coyote squash. You can add, some people add the cabbage. I am not going to add the cabbage that's showing right there, but I'm going to do the peanuts. I'm going to ground the peanuts, and then I'm going to put 1 can of sardine and all those spices, or a piece that right there. That's my coyote squash. And for this one, I usually just peel, and then I'll take the seed out, and then I'll cut it small. You can ground this, you can grind it up in a blender, or you can blend it up, but I just want the chunks of the squash, and also the chunks of the eggplant after I'm done. Where in a plate, I like the way it presents in a plate. If you this is your first time watching, my name is Therese. I am a working mom. I am African. I usually like to do cooking African food. Also, I do cleaning videos, and I do like some motivation videos. So welcome to my channel. Take the time to watch some videos and subscribe if you like more videos like this. And I also do weight loss videos, meaning like teas. I do weight loss teas and meals. I am currently working on that. So after I rinse out the squash and the eggplant, I go ahead. My next step is prepare that celery right there I'm working with. I'm gonna do some green onions, and then I'll do a pepper, and I'll do like a regular onion, one full regular onion. And with this meal, you cannot miss ginger. And I already said about the one in the bag is the peanuts. So I realized in the fridge I had another eggplant, but this one is different. It's I'm still going to add in it, so I had to peel it and then rinse it out and then add it to the eggplant. And last time I made a video, and made my vegetables, and I put that eggplant. It was really delicious. So if you have not tried the eggplant, go ahead and do so. So with my celery, those are Chinese celery. So I get all this stuff from the Asian market, which I usually like to go on the weekend, and I rinse all those spices out, and I'm gonna go ahead and start chopping up my things to put in it. I'm chopping up some onions. And so later on with this recipe, I'm gonna include some fish, but I am frying the fish. I'm gonna deep fry some catfish after I finish all this, but this is just to start with my meal, because I know the cassava leaves, or the pondu, takes a while to cook. So this whole process will be like an hour and a half to 2 hours, or an hour and 45 minutes. So you want to start out prepping your stuff, putting the cassava leaves, and then just doing your other things. So I was chopping the onions, but my eyes were so watery. Yeah, there's no preventing that. So I had to chop some onions, and then chop some bell peppers. I did not get a lot of bell peppers for this one, and then some spring onions. And I'm just cutting like big pieces, because like I said, I like the presentation of the big chunks of when of the spices in a plate. So I wanted to include some pepper, and I'm taking out the seeds because I don't want it to be too spicy, and I'm going to add in habanero. And this meal or this dish, the kids eat it too, so I don't want to make it too spicy, and that's why I took out the seeds. And that's the ginger. I just you peel the ginger, and I'm going to use all this to make a like a marinade or a seasoning. And I'm going to use this seasoning to put into not only the sombe but also the cassava leaf, but not only the cassava leaf but also into the fish. I'm going to make a sauce or a stew with the fish, and with everything I usually have to add some salt, and I add some water. And one thing I forgot was some garlic. Just peel a little bit of garlic and throw in there and blend it, and blend it not too well. I like to see the chunks. My husband was talking to me over there, so that's why I was smiling. So I have everybody around me. My little person who likes to follow me around is still somewhere. She's gonna ask me pretty soon. So but yeah, thank you for watching. If you watched this far and you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I love to eat, so I love to cook. And I try to balance it out. On the weekend, I'll cook all this delicious meal, and then on the weekdays I'll try to do some prepping and doing some healthy style. So that's my sombe, that's my cassava leaves, and I'm going to add the stuff that I cut. I'm going to add the eggplants and the squash. Like I say, I'm just leaving the eggplant I cut it a little bit like into fourth, and then add all those big ingredients, and then I'm going to put some water. I did like I think 3 cups of water. Like I said, I'm going to cook this for like an hour and a half to 2 hours. And don't forget to put some salt. It looks like a lot, but it's not a lot. And there's Ali. She always like to see what I'm cooking and what I'm doing. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you have watched this far, check out my other videos, my other cooking videos. This cassava recipe, I made it different every time. And some chicken bouillon. You can do chicken bouillon, you can do beef stock. You can just put instead of water, but I like to just do chicken bouillon as I go. Whatever the stuff I have, that's what I put in it. And there's my mixture of the seasoning. I'm gonna put a little bit, like half of that in there. The other half I'm going to leave it for the fish. And she wanted a drink, so she likes to come and see what I'm doing, and she's getting herself a drink. So I'm getting ready to ground the peanuts, and you can get this already grounded, but I just like to get it like that. And then you can also fry a little bit or roast it a little bit, but I just was putting it straight like that and put it in a blender. And then go ahead, I'll put in my mixture of the sombe in a little bit. And yeah, thank you for watching if you're getting this far. So the fish, I have some catfish for this one, seasoning some salt on it, and then I'm gonna mix my seasoning, the green seasoning that I put together. And one thing that I forgot to put on here was a lime. I realized that at the end I didn't put it in my mixture. I usually like to put a lime or lemon in my mixture, but you can marinate this and leave it in a fridge for a while. But I think it was like 10 or 20 minutes. I think 20 minutes that I left it marinated, the fish, while I do other things. I put it to the side and then I continue on because I was doing the same doing this, also doing other things. I was making things. I didn't show it in here. I had to make some fries and all that stuff while people waited. I have made some flour on the side and I am putting some salt and paprika. So I will put on top of the fish, or just I'll put the fish or dip in the fish before I deep fry it. The plate is just ahead of me, you can see, and I made sure that I forgot to put a lime or lemon, some lemon juice. For fish, you need lime or lemon juice. That's what I was doing. It's not too late at this point, so I was ready to dip I was just mixing my flour there with the paprika and salt. You can put any other thing that you like. So I'm going to coat the catfish into the flour, and I'm gonna show it in a little bit. Sorry I couldn't show what I was doing all this. I thought it was showing, but I guess not. And then just coat it well before. While I'm doing this, I already have my oil on the stove on high. It's warming up, so you want to warm up the oil in deep. This is deep frying. You can do this or you can put it in the oven, but today I just wanted some deep fried fish, and this is catfish, my husband's favorite. And this is one of the ways after I do this, I can do a stew or I can just eat it like that, and I'll show the little sauce or the stew afterwards. And I am not doing the whole catfish, by the way. I'm doing like half. The other half I'm going to boil it, just making it differently than how I'm making it right now. I'm going to wash my hands and then get ready to deep fry. So just go ahead and put it in. Make sure the oil is high or heated hot, and go ahead and put it, and then you can turn it over once it's ready. My cassava leaf is almost done, but I needed some more ingredients. I need a couple things. I need to put in some peanuts, grounded peanuts, and then some oil. But it's almost done. It's looking really delicious, and I need this water to go down a little bit. It's too much. Now I'm gonna blend some tomato, onions, and a pepper to put into my sauce that I'm going to make for the fish. I can either cook it or just put it on the side, and the fish is almost done. I'm just turning it over, and after a couple minutes it's gonna be out of the oil. And let's make the sauce for the fish. So I have some onions, and I'm gonna make it so simple. Some onions, and then I'll put in some while I'm frying the onions, I'll add in a pepper, like a whole habanero pepper, and then I'll add in some bay leaf, and then I'm gonna put all that mixture that I made into that and let it cook for a couple minutes. You can, at this point, you can add in the fish, or you can just put it separately to eat it separate with the fish. That's what I did, and I did this. I put it separately, and then later on I went in and add the fish that were left, so you can have fish stew. I really love eating fish stew with rice. If you are getting this far, thank you for watching, and I love eating this kind of food on the weekend. On the weekdays I don't have time to be making all this, but on the weekend, yes. There is my stew. There is my I'm just gonna cook it a little bit, my sauce. You can make this red. You can add in like tomatoes and all that stuff. I did not want that. It's fish. I don't really like too much tomatoes. The only tomato I think I did the chicken bouillon, and I think, or maybe half a tomato, but it's not that much. I want it to be as plain as possible. And the fish, at this point I think I'm almost burning it, so I'm gonna take that and yeah, and cook this really well because it was just in a blender, and then you can cook it really well and add some more water and cook it like that. I had to add a little bit of water and let it cook, and the water dried up, and you eat it like that with the fish. It's really delicious. With my cassava leaves, I'm gonna have to add some sardine. I needed some type of fish, so either meat or fish, and this time I put just sardines. And the cassava was actually done. It's looking really good, really delicious. I didn't put too much oil. Sometimes I tend to put too much oil, but this time around I did not. So this is it. It's looking delicious. Can anybody tell me the difference? I have like two different fufus. Put down in the comments. Thank you for watching. This is how it turned out. It was really delicious. Oh my goodness, it was really delicious. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Take care. Subscribe for more videos like this on the weekend. Take care. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.